It's either purple or navy blue. Good afternoon, wherever you're watching all over the world. Thank you so much for joining our coverage here on the Home of Champions. My name is Donald Oliver. I'll be joined by Chris Taylor shortly. It's warm here at Stadium East, 28 degrees Celsius, as there is 68% humidity and partly cloudy skies at the moment. There was some talk that maybe there would be some scattered thunderstorms across the corporate area on this Saturday, but the rains have stayed away so far. Both these teams eager to get on with the battle. 45 Manning Cup titles between them, with Jamaica College doubling Kingston College's 15. Of course, the KC Old Boys would say that they started late, having won their first crown in 1949, some 40 years after Jamaica College won the first. The last time these two teams met, he wasn't born as yet, Davian Ferguson, but he was in the stands, Ludlow Bernard, that 1975 final at the National Stadium that Kingston College, his team, had won by 1-0. JC were considered the favourites that day, but they went down. The Manning Cup trophy has been reinvented since then, and this is what they are playing for. Just two names on this trophy, and it's Kingston College and Jamaica College from 2018 and 2019 respectively. I wonder what's going through their minds right now. Most of these players will be hoping to take the responsibility of being on the field of play and leading your team to victory. But what is in store for us this afternoon? What is on the cards for this Manning Cup final? We expect to see the teams work out any minute now. This is what we've been waiting for. This is the moment. Some not quite boys, others not quite men, bear the brunt of expectation from their respective colonies. Now they must settle mentally in their zones as they front up to both the battle and the consequence. The other schoolboy football finals across the land were surprises. This wasn't. Chris Taylor joins me in the commentary box. I'd like to know his initial quick thoughts on this Manning Cup final.
Well, it'll be a very close one, Donald. As you said, 15 titles for KC, 30 for Jamaica College, 45 between the two in terms of Manning Cups, and a lot of talent on these squads. Very difficult to call this one. Very deep squads, very versatile in terms of play, transition well. They use the width of the field well, experienced in terms of players who have played at the Premier League level as well in the country. And a lot of scorers between the squads, so they can attack you from all areas. As you said, it will be the story of micro matchups, I think, at the end of the day. And we'll talk about those, I guess, a little later on.
We now pause for the playing of the national anthem. The Stars the matchups, the contest, the rivalry, the friendships at the moment put aside as they face each other on the Stadium East field. And just to capture this particular moment in time, the starting lineup of JC, they take their photo. And afterwards the sponsors will go across to Kingston College, who will be in full white this afternoon. And it's now time for KC to capture this moment in time for those 11 boys. They will want to look back at this picture with fondness in the future.
Number 10, Barkley. Number 17, ALL Number 18, Danny Johnson. Number 19, Dave Byam. Number 20, Tarek Andrews. Number 24, Tarek Stewart.
The captains will go across now for the toss. And for this toss, familiarity breeds just a little bit of contempt in the rivalry between these two skippers. Duncan McKenzie on the left, Jamone Barkley on the right. Having met at the Kasafa youth level with Santos and Real Mona either side of the divide, they also met in the 2016 Pepsi Under 14 semi-final. KC defeated JC that day by 3-0. Kingston College eventually would lose the finals that they were heavily favoured to win against Tivoli Gardens. Daniel Parchman, possibly the best referee in the country, will be the man in charge of this Manning Cup final. As we take a look at the starting lineup of the defending champions, Jamaica College, I can tell you that it's unchanged from their 3-0 semi-final win over Charter Smith, with Smith in goal. Graham, Davidson, Wines and Zimines make up the back four. In the middle of the park, Blake, McKenzie and Saviola Blake. Up front, Merrick Pennycook and Javier Lynch.
They're playing with a 4-3-3 formation, Jamaica College.
As we take a look at the Kingston College lineup, they've made one change to the team, which beat stats 4-2 in the semis. Ian Mitchell starts ahead of Devontae Walker at right back. Martin is in goal. Byam, Burton and Richards complete the back four. Stewart, Pearson and Andrews in the middle of the park. Up front, Johnson, Barkley and Berger.
4-3-3 lineup as well. Interesting changes for Kingston College. Khalifa Richards back in his regular centre-back role.
And we're off for the 2021-2022 Manning Cup final. And Kingston College in full white this afternoon. They'll be kicking towards the Caribbean Sea and the downtown Kingston. And Jamaica College on the attack now will be kicking towards the Blue Mountain Range. The early moments of this contest could be pivotal in terms of the momentum. Kingston College trying to break forward, and they'll do so again. Berger. Mitchell deciding to go all the way back to his goalkeeper, David Martin. There's an assist to his name. Of course, every player critical to their success. As Pennycook lays this inside, was looking for his skipper, Duncan McKenzie. Saviola Blake was trying to thread that one through. Pearson was in the way. Berger collects, sends it out wide. The skipper, Barkley on it. Berger trying to feed back his skipper, and the interception made. Now the long ball up top, and there's no problem for David Martin, the 18-year-old in goal. There's Davian Ferguson. He's been in charge of this Jamaica College team for a couple of seasons now, having won in his first year last time out. It was a rocky season back then. They still managed to win the Manning Cup title. I suggest that they're a much more smooth outfit this season. And outside of the glitch that they had at the beginning of the campaign, they've been relatively smooth at Jamaica College. Zimenez. He's going to be such a dangerous player. So too his skipper Mackenzie, who tries to feed that one through. The flag is up for offside. Contest between these two teams pretty close in the past. Probably the most controversial contest between these two teams was one particular Super Cup final at Sabina Park. Tariq McGee thought he had scored the equalizer for Jamaica College from a direct free kick. This one is sent inside the area, and the keeper not handling it well. Referee says play on. Kingston College trying to clear their lines, and they eventually do. That Super Cup semi-final, of course, KC won by 2 goals to 1 rather. And there's the head coach of Kingston College, Ludlow Bernard.
JC with a slight edge, 4-3 in terms of the matchups over the last 10 years. 4 wins to KC's 3. Of course, the last time they played in a Manning Cup final was in 1975. Kingston College got the better of them on that day.
Corner kick. The JC sent high inside the box, and the header. Not a lot of power behind it. And no problems there for the KC custodian.
They did meet in the 2017 Walker Cup final, which Jamaica College won by 2 goals to 1. So you'd have to say 1-1 in terms of meetings in the final. 1 in the Manning Cup, 1 in the Walker Cup. And that's over the last 46, 47 years.
Back in 1975, as I said, Kingston College won by 1-0.
Yes.
They were considered to be favourites that year. They were considered to be favourites the previous year. They lost to JC, the same JC unit, by 1-0.
Yeah. Their last meeting, 2019, semi-finals. 1-1 after regulation time. Jamaica College winning 5-4 on penalties. We somewhat think, Donald, that this encounter will be as close.
Mackenzie with nice work, trying to get by another player, forced to go back. Saviola Blake collects it, but referee Daniel Parchment will give the free kick to Jamaica College. And he's having some words to Ian Mitchell.
Newest member of the starting 11, Mitchell, just getting a little carried away. So referee Parchment, an extra blow of the whistle and an extra word in the ear.
Tariq Zimenez is behind this one. The 2-man wall is set up by Kingston College.
Player to watch.
He may just go goalwards, you know, Zimenez. Just 2 players inside the box, and it is Zimenez, and he had the intention to go goalwards.
Disappointing strike. Versatile player Zimenez, able to kick very well with the instep as well as the side of the foot. Likes to bomb them from distance. I'm not sure if he thought about the wind conditions here very well when he was taking that free kick. Not necessarily aiming for the right area. But that's one of the micro matchups that I spoke about, Donald. Zimenez on the right-hand side against the left side of Kingston College.
Casey still trying to settle. Andrews trying to win that header, couldn't. Pennicook controls. Graham to Mackenzie. Mitchell was in the way again.
I must say I was a little bit surprised that Lewis Watson didn't work his way into the starting lineup, but I guess he's being used as an impact player instead.
Not just that, spoke with the coaching staff and they were saying that he's not fit enough for 90 minutes this afternoon. Graham with the throw.
And did very well in the last game. So maybe that's the plan, but that will be an exciting matchup. Him against Jimenez.
Pennycook delivers.
When it does happen. Casey will be hoping until then that Jimenez will be able to be contained on that right flank.
And he hasn't been utilised as yet down that right-hand side.
The influence of Pearson versus Duncan McKenzie, another one of those micro matchups that's going to be very interesting.
There's Blake. Goes long to Pennycook. The keeper hesitated, managed to get there in the end. Martin. And now Pennycook will get some attention.
Yeah, great positioning by Daniel Parchment, it must be said. Look at the referee's positioning as this play goes on, just to make sure that the goalkeeper Martin doesn't collect the ball outside of the box. Here's the infringement. That's an arm on Pennycook. Well, that's what happens when you go in against the goalkeeper. You will get a couple knocks here and there, but I really like the positioning of Parchment. He was right on the edge of the 18 yard just to make sure that he didn't handle outside of the box. Excellent officiating. Pennycook, who has been used as an impact player in many of the games we have covered, and there was an argument as to whether it was better for him to play that role, because when Pennycook does come on after 55-60 minutes, his direct play and the pace and strength of his attack really can show up a lot of the weakening defenses after 60 minutes, the weakening legs. And it's been a thought that he might be better used as that than up front. But
well, they do have Giovanni Mitu on the bench.
He plays a different role though, Donald. Mitu would be playing through the center. Mitu would be the change for Javier Lynch.
Understood.
So, but anyhow,
that has been his role this season, but he does have the pace and he can easily be utilised on the wing.
Yeah, if it wasn't Pennycook, I figure it would have been Wing who would have been used.
Philando Wing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, see, they still haven't settled as yet. Barkley trying to find his striker Berger, who hasn't really gotten a touch in this game. They're going to have their hands full. Bayern plays it out of defence. And the safety first.
Yeah. Davidson
putting in it a touch.
Barkley is too deep though. The gap between Barkley and Pearson right now, too much. That will need to be adjusted.
Taraj Andrews, there was a collision and immediately the bench has been summoned. And
it's Carrick Stewart, or is it Andrews? Yeah, Andrews. Head collision. It's good that he's up on Swan. It was more of a glancing blow, but I guess just in case there's a slight cut, actually the ball probably protected both of them actually.
Yeah.
That's probably what saved them from further damage. Colourful gear from Denzel Smith.
Yeah. Bright indeed.
Yeah. Not his usual attire.
No.
Yeah. There's Giovanni Mitu we just saw on the bench, and yes, there is Denzel Smith. Smith,
of course, alongside Lynch, would have come from Wilmer's boys to be a part of this Jamaica College team.
A member of the members of the 2019 team.
Yep. Again, the long ball looking for Pennycook. Get the impression that he prefers it on his feet, especially when he's played out wide.
Yeah.
But we have seen him score a header though.
Not a big fan of the long ball tactic from Jamaica College. I don't think it's one that has brought them much joy. I think they're better off with going through the midfield, the likes of McKenzie and even Saviola Blake has shown the ability to pass well, even though his role today will be slightly different.
Lynch marshalling things at the back. This is Romain Blake. Again, he goes long, looking for Lynch. Andrews now trying to find Barkley. The interception made. McKenzie. Pennycook. Pennycook gets by his marker and decides to go for the near post. Not sure if that was the best option for him.
Deflected though, so, but very directly, as we said, Donald. Pennycook, he has no doubt where he's going when he picks up that ball. He's going through like a bulldozer, and you could see his strength on that occasion.
Barkley loses out. Mackenzie touches it forward and goes too far in front of Merrick. Now, ball played from Lynch, looking for Merrick, and it was too much on that delivery.
Tracking of Khalifa Richards has been good so far. He was a player that there was a lot of problems with. Here's Pennycook's strength there. I mean, just bounced off of him.
Yeah, there was a deflection.
Yeah. Took the sting out of it. Mitchell will have a hard task dealing with Pennycook today.
Jamaica College, they look to be the team which is settled quicker in this Manning Cup final.
I like the tempo as well. Not a big fan of the long ball, but let's see how it goes as the game progresses.
Mackenzie, Lynch was away from Lynch. Andrew to Pearson. Berger back to Pearson. Pearson was trying to find a partner, and it's coming together there. Jaheim Johnson, the number 18, colliding with Romain Blake, and Blake is the one who got the call.
One of your favorite players here, Donald, Blake. That's certainly a foul by Johnson. Just took his legs from under him. Blake, another one of those versatile players, played in a central midfield role early in the season, now playing in a centre-back role. Very composed, the JC number 6. And actually, I think they've been better defensively since he has gone into the centre-back role. He's brought a lot of calm there, and he's a good passer of the ball.
Graham.
Yeah.
Michael Graham. Finding Pennycook, who was in an outside position apparently. Parchment is going to have a conversation with him.
Coach Davian Ferguson getting a warning as well. High intensity, of course, as expected. It's a final, and just making it known from early. Referee Parchment that he wants everybody to play within the spirit of the game. Term you hear in cricket, but applies to all sport.
They're asking for a handball there.
It's very clear that Saviola Blake has been given the job of Christopher Pearson. Blake, who got his position by the absence of Shaw.
Pennycook again trying to get by Mitchell, who's done a relatively good job so far. He'll try and clear now.
Another whistle on the play. The game just hasn't been able to flow properly at all. There's the other Woolmerian in Javier Lynch, who did surgery last summer on his knee. JC number 21. Very intelligent player, very talented striker as well. Came back in and then got injured shortly after. Played some 73 minutes in the semi-final and did well, so he's regained his place over Giovanni Mitu, who played most of the early part of the season. There's Lynch. Scored against JC in the 2019 Manning Cup when he said he was playing in the Wolmer's colours.
Again, Looking for Andrews, and the shot from distance is over the top. I think that's your first attempt, actually.
What Jamaica College have done very well so far, if you notice, I can't remember, I think Pearson has touched the ball maybe once. Barkley hasn't really had the ball at all. So the two main players within the spine of KC have been denied possession. And that's good planning by JC so far.
Well, Lord Bernard did say before the start of the game that he's very confident in his team's abilities in getting the better of this organized Jamaica College team.
And that man, Ronaldo Berger, has been an excellent addition to this unit. Was out for the early part of the season. The KC number 9, very strong, good goal scorer, has 5 goals already this season. And he will add a lot of maturity and strength to this KC team going forward.
Yeah, in his final year. Has 5 goals to his name so far this season, the KC number 9. Barkley trying to get a steal in. Ball over the top, looking for Johnson. Pearson collects, trying to move that quickly to Berger. Wasn't the best pass. Graham now looking to go long, trying to find Zimenez. Byam is in the way.
I think that was too much by Graham. See what he was trying, but Zimenez was too isolated, and they are very much aware of that KC, that diagonal ball over the top. They have done well so far. Foul and Byam.
Pearson, Berger, trying to maneuver into a position where he could let fly but couldn't quite control. And there's a goal kick for JC. And Graham needs some attention.
I did think it was a foul on Graham initially, and referee Parchment allowed it to go. I was surprised by that. Did think he was impeded.
Davidson, Zimenez, Merrick. Still Merrick, looking for that additional yard of space, delivers inside the area. Lynch couldn't quite grasp it.
Well defended by Mitchell. "20 minutes have been entertaining so far, Donald. Not a lot of goal mouth action, but a real battle within the middle of the park. You can see those matchups playing out. Lots of talent in both squads. Tempo of the game is actually very nice as well.
Blake in a jog. Mackenzie, or rather Lynch. Davidson goes long.
Not sure what he was trying there, but way off. Both teams have closed down the spaces for the critical players within the middle of the park. We haven't seen Mackenzie on the ball really.
But here's Pearson on the ball for KC. Johnson. Barkley. Barkley! The captain almost making a mark in this Manning Cup final. Shooting high.
Good initial work by Ronaldo Berger. As we said, he's another part of that jigsaw. Found Pearson. Pearson always knows where Barkley is, and that's probably the first touch or two for Barkley. Not far off. Very talented left foot, Jamon Barkley.
Merrick. Lynch. Too much?
Yes.
Yeah.
Plays well as a point man as well, Lynch. He's not a bad pass off the ball, can play at his back to goal, so Merrick and Pennycook will benefit from him.
Yeah, there's Lynch.
Just needs to hold up the ball some of the time, but he does have good passing ability, so the player's running on. Should have some joy.
Mitchell. Ian Mitchell. Barkley. Mitchell. Deflection. And it's going to be a corner.
Yeah, KC getting in and around the 18-yard area. Barkley not very willing to use the right foot, and that's probably why he didn't take a shot. He had to cut in on the right, so look for Mitchell instead. You'd probably have loved to have seen Pearson in and around the 18-yard. We know what he can do from 20 yards out.
Well, it's inside the 18-yard area. First corner kick delivered poorly. Yep, he won the free kick there. Blake. Seems like a cool customer.
I think that's confirmed.
It is.
We've seen so far why these matchups between these two schools is so intense, so close. Odd chance here or there. $15 titles for KC, last one in 2018. 30 for Jamaica College, defending champions from 2019. Both the coaches at the helm. There's Ludlow Bernard. Won the last titles that both of these schools have won. So tons of experience and know-how.
Berger got by Graham, but Graham does well and recovered. Pennycook. Good work there by Stewart. Saviola Blake gets a return. Was trying to find Lynch, who has been marked so closely in this contest so far.
Khalifa Richards. He's been much better in the first half an hour, so much more aware. No complacent play by him.
Zimenez lining up a shot, and no problems there for Martin. Sends it long, looking for Johnson. The keeper is off his line, and Johnson gets there. He needs the support though. Finds Berger to send this one inside, and Blake was in the right place.
Just 16 years of age, Johnson.
Again, the ball long, the keeper is in control. Berger has it now for Kingston College. Gave it up. Berger again. Johnson does well, plays it inside, chance taken by who else? Christopher Pearson. That's his 9th season for the 19-year-old. And in this Manning Cup final, it's the famed Purples who take the lead 1-0 over the defending champions.
We just spoke about the strength of Jaheim Johnson. Just 16 years of age, the KC number 18, but did so well on the flank. Strength to collect the ball, and Christopher Pearson finding his way into the box once again. This time not a finish from 20 yards, but rather 8. And clinical it was. There's Johnson. Let's look at his strength. Excellent work by the KC number 18. And a good ball put into the box, 8 yards out, and Christopher Pearson, such a good technician. And adds yet another one.
It's a belated gift given to him by Jaheim Johnson. And Pearson, who turned 19 yesterday, was able to deliver. And with that, Kingston College were in front. How will JC respond? Graham again trying to find Lynch.
If you look at that finish as well, just no time for Denzel Smith to adjust his position as well, because he didn't take a touch, Pearson. It was one time. So Denzel Smith almost caught in no man's land, and great awareness by Pearson just to place that to the far corner. That's an excellent finish, and it's so easy for a finish like that to go high above the bar, but it's so good a technician that just leaning over it very well, and great contact with the right foot. And as I said, not very involved in the game, but such is the talent of many of these players that when they do get a chance to get involved, it's quality.
Graham winds. Pearson involved again, running into some traffic, trying to win it back, but it's got to be mopped up by Blake, who tells his teammates to calm down.
Well, Pearson tackling, that's not something you see every day.
It's a final, Chris.
It's good to see.
It is.
I actually think for his development that he should be involved more. Players at number 8, which is what he's wearing on his back. So good to see that he's doing that work as well.
Blake again goes long, looking for Pennycook. Mitchell has been outstanding so far. Pennycook wins it back. Again, can't get by Mitchell, but Pennycook is a fighter. Wanted the corner. The deflection went the wrong way. And here is Johnson. And there came Blake.
That's a top challenge. Top challenge by Romain Blake, and I think it's hurt Johnson. Great acceleration by Johnson to get away from Davison. Obviously has the speed over him and the strength, but that was a well-timed challenge. Look at this. Great strength and speed, but Blake, that was a perfect challenge. I think he landed awkwardly on his wrist.
Blake was just a little bit winded there. A slight challenge. I think he probably hit his head on the turf. He's getting some attention. So too Johnson. Good game so far, this
really
Manicup
nice.
final.
Yeah, really good quality to the game so far. It is what we had hoped for. Close battle. Few chances, one taken. Nice matchups. That man has done very well so far, the 16-year-old Johnson. 3 goals on the season, make that 2 assists now with that pass to Pearson, but his strength has been very good. I know you always liked him in terms of his awareness in and around the box. That's one of his talents, actually, Johnson. But now he's been asked to play a wide role, and he's doing very well with that as well.
Mitchell. Last touch off, Mitchell. The coaching staff of these two teams really close. Jamaica College, when they were struggling in the early part of the season, Davian Ferguson got a call from his friend Raymond Watson. Of course, he's the assistant coach of the Kingston College team. Just encouraged him, saying that remember our promise before the start of the season that we're going to meet in the final. JC, of course, recovered. Kingston College continued that journey, and now here they are in the Manning Cup final. I'm not sure if Watson would make that call to Ferguson at halftime, encouraging him to make a comeback. Who knows? They are trailing after all. I don't think they're that close though, Chris. Pennycook was in an offside position again.
He's got to do better. I'm not sure what he's complaining about. He needs to watch the line. He has no excuse. He's at the end of the line looking across. Just needs to get it right. He's faster than most Pennycook, so he doesn't need a head start. And he's stronger than most as well. That's what, the 3rd time now?
Yeah. Funny enough, he says his favorite song is from Jashi and it's Keep Up.
Oh, excellent tackle by Khalifa Richards. He has got the memo from the coaching staff. It was a big call in the semi-final to take him off. And obviously they had a strong meeting with him, unofficially of course. But it's certainly made him a lot more official.
They had some strong training sessions as well. I can tell you that, yes, officially.
Yeah. But that's good to see as well that, you know, big call by Ludlow Bernard and Raymond Watson.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. And for Khalifa to come back in and play the kind of role that he's playing here, a lot more disciplined, focused. That's good to see in terms of from a developmental perspective, especially considering that he's one of the most experienced players in the team.
He had to step up. He really had to.
Both himself and Pearson so far in the first 36 minutes, they have impressed me in terms of their work rate.
Berger looking for options, decides to go long, but straight to Davidson. Sent out wide to Barkley. Barkley! Oh! It brushes the side netting. Probably had a little bit more time than he expected. The Kingston College skipper, but again, his second shot in this game goes high and wide.
That's disappointing from Barkley. He's got to do better there, Donald. Yes, the pole is all well and good, but that ball, had it missed, it should have been going to the far post. That's where you need to finish, from that angle with his left foot. But just went for power and not placement. Not even sure if he was looking where he wanted to kick that, and that's very disappointing that he could have had so much time and it still end up in the side netting. Anyhow, their play has been a lot more enterprising over the last 15-20 minutes. KC, Berger, Johnson, Barkley and Pearson really coming together well.
Graham with a shot from distance. More in hope than expectation. There's a chance again for Barkley.
Look at the time he had here. Denzel Smith did hold his ground.
And look at Pearson. Look where Pearson was as well.
Yeah. I can understand that he didn't look to pass that ball because it's on his favoured left foot with space inside the box. But it's just the execution. Still need to keep composed, even if you're going for power. Compose yourself and have a plan that you're. And I'm sure had he got that again, you'd be thinking, yes, far corner, that's where I've got to go. If Denzel Smith even executed a save, he would probably have pushed it in the path of Pearson or somebody else running on, so your teammate then would get a tap in.
Davidson. Nice ball to Merrick. Out wide to Ziminese. Ziminese!
Well, we could probably say the same thing there as well.
Yeah, we could have. Looking to get his 6th this season.
Yeah, but too acute of an angle. So we should have been looking for the pass here, not the shot. Why not a dink to pick out Javier Lynch, who was lingering in the 60-yard area and is good in the air? Would have had to have been a blinder to score from that angle. Do remember in the semi-final where he set up Merrick. Slightly different play though, in that KC had more bodies back, so he probably wouldn't have been able to get that pass along the ground, but still should have looked to pick out, I think, Lynch from that angle.
Yeah, one of the best setups we've seen in the Manic Cup this season.
Yeah.
That assist from Ziminese. And just running out of real estate there. He may have his hands full. Ziminese in the second half. I'm not sure if Bayern will be playing the full 90 in this one. But let's see.
That's a good ball from Blake.
Ball played through to Johnson. Johnson sends this inside. Berger. Barkley. Barkley!
I like that from Barkley. Willing to use the right foot. Good. Very left-sided. The opportunity came on the right. Why not try? Not a bad attempt. Again, Johnson, though, so impressive in this wide area. He's a lot stronger than people think, the 16-year-old. And yeah, that shot was always going over, but I like the fact that he attempted with the right foot. Part of the problem for JC as well is Duncan McKenzie's not in the game enough. When they do get the ball deep, Davidson and Blake, they're just not able to find McKenzie, and he has been making some little runs, but he's been well marked by KC.
Carrick
so
Stewart in particular.
Yes.
There was a kick there. Heading for Richards, will go into the referee's book.
A little bit wild from Richards. I think it's more for the high boot. Let's see it here. Yeah, a bit wild. I don't think he made much contact, but I think
I don't think so either.
The wildness of the challenge.
Merck actually saw it and just went down.
It could have been dangerous because had the studs made contact with him further up, it could have been a different kind of injury. Just needs to keep his composure though, Richards. He's been doing well so far.
Yeah, but it's a free kick in a dangerous position. They do have tall players who they can put in the wall. As Damian Parchment lays out the 10 yards.
Well, it could be Ziminese, which is power. It could be McKenzie, which is finesse. It could also be Dwight Merrick. He's not bad with the left foot, and this does suit a left footer.
Yeah,
I would probably go McKenzie or Merrick actually, and not Ziminese. But who knows?
He can blast it in this corner here that you're looking from.
Merrick has left it, so yeah.
Let's see. McKenzie! Oh, that's brilliant! peach of a goal. Duncan McKenzie with the equalizer in this Manning Cup final. And on the biggest stage in ALL Schoolboy Football, the JC captain comes up trumps 1-1.
As we said, quality players not involved in the game a lot, but when they are, they make it count. Suited for a left footer, none better than Duncan McKenzie in this JC team. And talk about finesse and technical ability. Just placed it so well, no chance for David Martin. 6 on the season for McKenzie. I don't think he's touched the ball 10 times in the match. But it's the impact of when he does. And look at that for placement. He went in between the two KC defenders that were trying to mark the angle.
Precision personified.
Yeah. Well, Ziminis will be glad that he decided to leave it now.
What can I say? He remembered that strike. And his mother, Michelle, looking on, will be pleased with her son's effort. Just a couple of minutes to go before the halftime interval.
Really quality final so far. Most enjoyable.
Merrick picks it up. KC doing enough. And all of a sudden you think about the missed chances that Kingston College had in this one.
I think it might be a bit harsh. You mean the one by Barkley? Well,
you saw the reaction from Ludlow Bernard.
Barkley's own would have been a, I don't know if it was a full chance, but okay. But that alone, I can't think of another chance. Then you'd have to say that Zimini is running down, should have done better as well. It probably wasn't a clear-cut opportunity like Barkley. But yeah, I can't really say. The one real opportunity that KC had, which was, still had a lot of work to do in terms of finishing, it was well finished. So, but I just like the battle within the middle of the park and how both defensive units have been tested so far, and they have stood up for the most part. The 2 goals have been excellent finishes.
Graham with the throw. Lynch. There's a whistle on the play. You see that Burton is down.
Shows how well Burton has done. We haven't seen him in the entire game. At first we've called his name. It does mean that he is orchestrating things well at the back. Look how clean his jersey is.
That's it for the first half in this Manning Cup final. 1-1 the score after 45 minutes. Pearson, of course, on the score sheet for Kingston College, getting his 9th this season. And Duncan McKenzie with the equalizer, fabulous free kick, getting his 6th this season, making it 1-1. And the defending champions back in it. Lots to play for. 45 minutes to go. They'll have a chat about it now, and they'll want to come out better in this second half, coming up in a few minutes' time. But after 45 minutes, it's KC 1, JC 1. Lots of action to look ahead to on SportsMax 2 on the home of champions. Of course, the Premier League continues on Sunday. Match week 2, Cavalier against Waterhouse. That match begins at 1 o'clock Jamaica time, 2 p.m. ECT, and then right out of that we see Dunbeholden against Montego Bay United. That match begins at 3:15 p.m., 4:15 p.m. ECT. You can watch it on SportsMax 2. And we're back here at the National Stadium East Field for this Manning Cup final. This 2021-2022 Manning Cup final between Kingston College and Jamaica College. And you just saw the goal scorers in this contest so far. That's Duncan McKenzie. Before him, you saw Christopher Pearson, who had opened the scoring. McKenzie scored the equalizer late in the first half. And we're about to get action on the way for the second stanza of this one. It's been a close contest so far. An intriguing game. And let's see what the second half has to offer. Kingston College are set to make a change, and no surprise who is coming on. Demario McCarthy is getting ready to come on for Taraj Andrews. For a second there, I actually thought it was Lewis McLean who's going to come on, but it is, or Lewis Watson, sorry, who's going to come on, but it is McCarthy who is on, replacing Andrews. And we're on the way for the second half here. Just to confirm the sub, Andrews off, McCarthy on the park. And it is going to be Jamaica College will be kicking towards the Caribbean Sea. And Kingston College, in reply, will be heading towards the Blue Mountain Range here. Zimenez to McKenzie, who's lost it. Now here's Barkley trying to find Johnson. Barkley, Pearson, McCarthy, and the return ball wasn't the best, and Berger couldn't quite get there. Blake was in the way. So we're hearing it's not an injury. It was a tactical change in taking off Taraj Andrews.
That was a bit surprising to me.
Berger collects it well. McCarthy on it now.
So McCarthy can pick up the tempo of the game quickly. It's not a nice pass for his first touch.
Barkley with some space. Now trying to make his way around Zimenez. So it's going to be difficult. Zimenez is big in body, but he's really just 17 years old. Javon Barkley, who's a year older, a bigger man for him, but Zimenez is a real powerful character.
A lot of words being exchanged between the two units.
Pearson back to Barkley. Challenge from Davidson was a good one.
These two units would know each other very well. You do remember Ludlow Bernard and company are coaches of Harbourview. Tarek Zimenez plays for Harbourview in the Jamaica Premier League, so there's a lot of insight for both teams. Davian Ferguson, the head coach of JC, works with Harbourview as well. So
by him with a long throw and it's headed away.
No secrets.
Well, probably a few. McKenzie on it. Ball delivered, looking for Merrick. Was Lynch.
Wrong decision by Lynch.
Jimenez. Ran into some traffic there. Blake was in the way, Saviola Blake. Here he is again. He's thinking of a shot, Merrick.
The thought was good, the execution not so much. Saviola Blake has been a really good addition to this JC team, the number 23. Came in when Shaw got injured, time Shaw, and he's made the most of his chances, Saviola Blake. They actually had gone first for Dylan John, the young 15-year-old, their number 14, but Blake has taken over the position and has done a really solid job. Not a bad passer and certainly breaks up play very well.
Here's the shot that the keeper handles well. Coming in from Carrick Stewart there. Yet to be on the score sheet this season, Stewart.
Well, Stewart plays the opposite role to Saviola Blake. He's that man within the middle who reads the game well, breaks up plays. So, yeah, there's Blake.
Named of the Argentine legend.
Saviola, yes. As I said, really good addition thus far. He's done well. Done well for JC. And he's been given the job as well to watch Christopher Pearson very closely. I think Pearson has somewhat altered his role in the game as well and has adjusted. And so he's, I guess, temporarily gotten away from Blake.
McCarthy. Richards. Pennycook did enough. His team has a throw.
Here is Ludlow Bernard, who, as we mentioned, coach at Harbourview. Must be said, Gavin Burton of KC, goalkeeper Denzel Smith of Jamaica College. They are also members of the Harbourview Football Club in terms of players. So a lot of Harbourview influence. And that man is at the helm at Harbourview as well. Of course, when you think about it and you actually look at the benches, Donald, all of, well,
here's a chance. Couldn't quite gather himself there. He was always off balance in trying to gather that one. And a hand of apology there from Romain Blake to his teammates.
Not often he makes mistakes there, but his centre-back partner in Davidson was there to help him out. That's why it's a partnership in the back line, and they did well. Yeah, I was saying, Donald, the coaching staff of both teams, if you look at the entire coaching staff at the bench, they've actually been involved at Harbourview for some time. They either have had a position at Harbourview or they are currently at Harbourview, and they have gone through GC Foster as well. So, yeah, as we said, the Harbourview connection.
Johnson trying to nod it to Pearson, but he was too far away.
That's probably why these two teams are so evenly matched as well.
McCarthy wins the free kick. Ball sent long. One thing about Pennycook, he's going to run. Ran out of real estate. McKenzie, too harsh for Merrick. Pearson digs out a ball. He's trying to find his captain. McCarthy. Andrews. Ziminese. Merrick. Lynch now. Lynch. Call goes against him. McCarthy. Pearson now. Saviola Blake. Ziminese. Davidson. Start again from the back, JC. Lynch. Ready for Richards with a crucial interception here. Sticking his leg out, denying Lynch. There are the subs for Jamaica College. And Giovanni Mitu can still make an impact on this game, the number 9. Lynch. Merrick. Couldn't quite gather. Elder Bernard just poking fun at his Harborview students, and the referee, Daniel Partridge, having a word with him. And I think Ludlow is going to tell him, yeah, you know that we're friends, right? It's fine. But Daniel Partridge said, no, keep it professional.
Yeah.
Keep it professional.
Has a smile about it as well. That was good to see.
Can't bother with you.
He's so hot, he didn't even feel it.
He didn't even feel it.
First in with energy. That's actually really nice to see.
It's the evidence of what we've been speaking about all afternoon in terms of the
connection.
The connections, yep.
Harborview connection. If you kind of glanced as well to Ferguson, he kind of saw the funny side as well. The JC coach, he smiled at it.
Merrick. Pennycook. Trying to do too much in getting by Pearson. I think he got a knock to his face there, accidentally, of course. Saviola Blake putting that one into touch.
Pearson's work rate has been very impressive so far in this game. He has done well. Wow, Berger being removed for Pearson, for Watson. Okay, well, this was a matchup we wanted to see. Watson against Ziminese. Very confident player, Lewis Watson. There's been questions about his fitness. And I guess based on how well Jaheim Johnson, the 16-year-old has played, they probably decided to keep him on and take off Berger instead, the more experienced of the players.
Yep. You really can't argue with that change. Merrick, McKenzie, Zimenez. Oh, Byam is dropped to the ball. And what a crunching shot tackle that is from Khalifa Richards. And he's still feeling it.
Tough challenge. Khalifa Richards, who is on a yellow card, it was a good challenge. And he could easily have ended up worse off had Zimenez landed on him, and maybe it's more the pressure of the wrists or so on for Zimenez.
That's worse than the water bottle though, Chris.
I'd be more concerned about the shoulders and the wrist of Zimenez based on how he landed, taking the pressure, but it didn't land on the back or on the side, so it might actually be okay. Strong challenge by Richards, but well timed. Had he gotten that wrong? Was it inside the box or was it just outside?
I think it was inside the box.
So had he gotten that wrong, it would have been a penalty, and he would have probably have seen his second yellow, and he would have been off. So very important for him to get that right.
Against Zimenez, who's, I don't want to say his pace is deceptive because he is actually really fast. But he could have gotten it so wrong. But he didn't. It was a really good challenge from Khalifa Richards.
And he's fast with the ball, Zimenez. Many players are fast without the ball, so they're just naturally quick, but he's quick with the ball as well. Very good dribbler.
Which is a high skill.
Yeah.
McKenzie.
Oh, that wasn't the best touch by McKenzie.
I think he was trying to play it back to Merrick.
He looks like he's suffering from cramp as well.
He's not going to get out of here though. Just trying to run it off.
Yeah, he's struggling.
Skipper.
Very intense contest. High tempo to the game.
Richards goes long. There's a collision there. Johnson gets the free kick.
And as you like to say, it's on an edge.
Well, this is a few yards out, but it is Pearson who is going to be placing it on a specific blade of grass. And the wall is right on the edge of the box. Lynch is making sure that everything is okay, or Smith rather is making sure that everything is in place. Denzel Smith. Four-man wall set up. Pearson behind it. Pearson goes high, too high.
I was about to say that the angle was still a bit wide, so he would have really had to have timed that perfectly. I'm not sure he went for the best technique there.
Can Murray keep it in play? Well into the final half an hour of the 90. Both teams, I reckon, in the second half playing within themselves.
And so far, the substitute Watson has had to do all defensive work, which is not necessarily his area of strength. Hasn't been able to get a ball wide where he can really run at the opposition so far, the KC22. There he is. And that's good from a JC perspective. remember that if it's all square after 90, there is no extra time, so it is straight to penalties. Never my favored option, but it is so.
Better penalties than a coin toss, Chris.
I never considered that. Coin tosses. I think they would have got their sports mixed up.
This is going to be a long throw from Watson. He'll have another chance at liver. Did it cross the line? Yeah, it did. Well, based on a recent Walker Cup semi-final penalty shootout, I wouldn't have managed a coin toss in that one.
Oh, that was mentioned at length in the first match with Ricardo. And we are glad we avoided that. Penalty shootouts are never really nice. I'm sure if you ask most units if they would have preferred extra time or penalties, I think they would have taken extra time. But it's a move that ISSA have made, so easier on the legs, more strenuous in the mind.
Indeed. McCarthy. Mitchell just running into Pennycook, who has been working hard.
Working hard, but he's been most ineffective in the first 65 minutes though, Pennycook. KC have managed that well, and it goes back to my point about using him as an impact player instead, which is kind of what they've done with Lewis Watson, maybe by default, but yeah, just based on his style of play, Pennycook. But we'll see.
Watson has Ziminis in front of him, cuts inside. Miscommunication between him and Pearson on that occasion.
Yeah, because that was a crazy pass by Watson. Why would he have given that ball to Pearson so close with a defender on? I think Pearson gives him the look to say, really, Lewis?
Pearson to Watson.
Not a good pass.
Still needs to find his range, Lewis Watson. Saviola Blake pressured and fouled by Carrick Stewart. Not sure why JC gave up the possession, especially with one of their players down.
I think Blake initially was trying to catch Casey off guard. Here's a challenge. Was it the fall? Didn't fall on the ball actually. Is it cramp?
Is it a headache? What is it, Chris?
No, I think he hurt his knee. He hurt his left knee, I think.
would have been with how he landed then.
Yeah, I mean the touch was on the knee, but I think it's more about the landing. It's good to see that he's able to walk, but he's walking on the heel, so that's why I was asking if it might have actually been cramp as well. Probably is. Yeah. I don't think he would be walking on the heel if it was his knee. So probably some cramp, and yeah. It'd be unfortunate to lose him, Blake. It's not a role that is spoken of much, but it's integral. And we saw when Shaw was injured and they asked the likes of John to play it, who couldn't really play that role, how susceptible JC looked to good attacks.
Pearson swinging it out wide. Barkley. Mitchell across there as well. Last touch coming off him. Saviola Blake back on. There's that matchup on the far side, Mitchell and Pennycook.
Mitchell is certainly winning that contest. Pennycook has been quiet.
Johnson to Watson. Byam. Blake in the way. Being chased by Barkley. Lynch. McKenzie. Pennycook. Oh, nicely done. Merrick stood inside the box. Almost fell to Lynch.
That was actually Blake.
Blake,
yeah.
actually was.
Well out of position. Very far out of position, but he has good touch, Blake.
Byam. They've given it up, but they retain possession now. This is Byam.
I think JC needs to make a touch in the attacking third. Well, and I think it's going to happen. Just getting a little leggy up front now. Merrick and Lynch.
Giovanni Mitu is coming off the park.
It's a straight swap.
Yep, with Javier Lynch.
Played 73 minutes in the semi-final. Lynch 71 today. And Giovanni Mitu, who scored in that semi-final after coming on as well. 4 goals, 5 assists. Former Frome player. Scored 15 goals in 2019. Giovanni Mitu. And when you talk to the JC unit, they say they think he's a much better player now 2 years later, even though he's scored what, some 10 less goals.
Yeah.
Actually 11 less goals, but it's the impact that he's had in terms of his team play. At Frome it was a one-man show, but here at Jamaica College, how he has bonded with the rest of the players, learned more about system football, running the lines even if he's not getting the ball, playing the provider as well as the scorer. So that's a good man to have coming off of your bench as well. Shows the depth.
And it can be argued that Jamaica College, they do have more depth in their squad. Doing enough there. Saviola Blake, having fully recovered from the cramp. Well, probably spoke too soon. He's hobbling now, and I'm not sure how long he'll be able to continue.
Davian Ferguson complaining about the call, but the fact is Blake kept possession and played off the ball. So No need to call. Play the advantage.
Loose ball there by Ian Mitchell.
Oh, that was well done by Pearson.
Indeed. Barkley almost saw it late though, but he managed to get there.
Awareness very good, Christopher Pearson.
Pearson trying to switch the play. It was way in front of Bayham. Zimonese now goes on a run, and then he was robbed of the ball. Barkley now on it now. Barkley. Not sure what he's complaining about.
Well, he wanted Watson. He didn't want to give the ball to Watson. He just wanted Watson to run as the decoy and then play the ball to the blind side, Barkley. So he was asking his teammates on the far side to get in, cut in, so that he could find them. I think that was the right idea by him as well. Yes, Watson did show him the pass, but Watson was also carrying a defender or two, which would allow space in the 18-yard box.
Watson with the throw. Another long one, and the header is wide of the mark. Not his best game this afternoon. Zimonese.
He's played well. I just think he hasn't had as much joy because he's playing against just as tough a unit. So they have marked a lot better. So they just haven't given him the same level of space. But he still played well. He's just had to work harder.
There was some concern the Kingston College defense would hold up. Well, he's lucky. But they've been pretty sturdy, especially along the flank areas, and Bayham and Mitchell, they've done well.
Yes, yes. A lot of question marks about KC's defense coming into this game, especially, well, you mentioned the flanks, but I was actually more concerned about their centre-back roles. But they have been solid. And obviously there's still time left, and Jamaica College can still score, but over the 75 minutes so far, a lot more solid.
Jaheim Fraser is coming on now, replacing Marlon Pennycook.
Not often we've seen that change, Fraser.
Well,
I agree though that the move to play Pennycook from the start was not successful. He has had no joy on that flank, and apart from the first maybe 5 to 10 minutes, he has been nullified.
Pearson robbed. Mackenzie. I think that was Fraser with his first touch. Carrick Stewart bustling through and still running. Does really well. Almost found the ball to Barkley. Was fouled. Saviola Blake can't believe the call. Daniel Parchment gives him a stern look.
It's been very good officiating by the quartet of officials thus far. Very solid. Nobody has questioned their marshalling of the game, well, to any serious extent.
And if they do, they get a steer. Free kick taken by Pearson, who goes long inside the area. Barkley. Difficult for him to control. Pearson's effort, it's straight to Denzel Smith.
And that's where he's dangerous, Pearson. 20 yards out. You do remember a few games ago where he bent one from that similar angle. Did have a little bit more space on that occasion, but did find the far corner. And this one a little bit too central. As I said, not as much space but he has the ability.
Barkley. Watson being asked to do a lot of work. Davidson has done well. Watson has kept it in. He's done really well. He's going to need some support, I think.
Well done.
Davidson's the one who got the support, though.
Good defending. Real chess match. Or boxing match. Trading jabs. Not a lot of uppercuts or hooks.
Always interesting to hear what's happening on the touchline.
Has Mitu touched the ball since he's come on? Mitu?
I don't think so. Again, unable to reach Watson.
The two defensive midfielders from both teams have been very impressive this afternoon. As I said, roles that usually go unseen. Saviola Blake and Carrick Stewart have worked tirelessly in the middle of the park. There is Carrick Stewart, the number 24 for KC, and the number 23 Saviola Blake. They have been brilliant.
Leading contenders so far for player of the game, I think.
Yes. And for the most part, they have denied the midfield play of their opposition. The dangerous players within the midfield. Carrick Stewart has denied a lot of Duncan McKenzie and company within the middle, and Saviola Blake has worked very well against Pearson and Barkley.
So Byam is off. And Lennox Barrett is on.
Barrett on. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with the numbers from these teams with big squads. They're always changing numbers.
Yeah, he's wearing the number 25.
25, yeah.
This afternoon.
A change to the back line. Somewhat unusual sometimes at this time, especially in a match that is square.
Watson wasn't aware of where the ball was on that occasion. And the back line may be threatened, but he does well. Lennox Barrett. Richards. Merrick.
Merrick is down.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be on for much longer, though. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Wing soon. Wing has started quite a few of the games, plays in a similar position, Philando Wing. And I think Merrick has... I think he's a bit tired as well.
It's now time for SportsMax app moment. Of course, courtesy of the SportsMax app, you can download it today to watch a lot of sporting content. And this is the moment. It was a fantastic free kick from the JC skipper, Duncan McKenzie, the equalizer in this Manning Cup final. And that's our SportsMax app moment of the game. Download the SportsMax app today so you can watch the likes of La Liga, the English Premier League, the NBA, and so much more. Zimenez. He has it again. Almost got by a couple of players. Throw in to JC. We are at a critical stage in this contest. Mitu. The shot from distance is well wide, but the keeper still comes across to collect. No problems there for David Martin. Barrett had to check his run, but that wasn't the best pass. Fraser. Carrick Stewart wanted a throw, and the referee didn't agree with him.
Real soldier in the middle of the park, Carrick Stewart. I wonder what brand of oxygen he's on. He runs non-stop.
Mitu pulls it back. Here's a chance. Oh, that was a brilliant block. It really was, denying Merrick in the process. I think it came from Barrett, actually.
It might have been Barkley. Merrick down with cramp again. Here's the opportunity. Was it back? Oh, very good. Yeah, it was Barrett who has just come on. Excellent. And that was on Merrick's strong side, which is his left.
Yep. It's funny because just a few minutes before he was having a conversation with his coach, and I believe...
As in Barrett?
No,
Merrick.
Merrick.
Okay.
I believe Ferguson told him that his name is on the score sheet.
Well.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And he had that opportunity here.
I think you'll be off now. So let's see.
Graham's delivery, not the best. Still with it, Casey. Barkley.
Wrong pass by Stewart. Vision not necessarily his best quality though, and that's fine.
Philando Wing getting set to come on for Jamaica College.
Not surprised.
And it is Dwight Merrick who is coming off.
I agree with that change. Was it also Merrick that missed the penalty? In the...
Oh, mix up there. Mitu tried to get it under his spell and couldn't.
Merrick actually converted. It was Graham, the left back actually, who had missed the penalty in the Champions Cup. Stewart means business.
Yeah, he does. He's up for this final. He really is. Barkley. Did he keep it in play? Yes. Barkley wins the free kick, does he? There's a whistle on the play. It is going to be a throw. The play has been called back. Barkley can't believe it.
Why did it take so long though? Daniel Parchment, well, I'm not sure if he just didn't see when his assistant raised the flag. They are on earpieces, so he's supposed to hear him as well. Well, I guess it could always malfunction.
Yeah.
Here, he's busy. Outside always had a wry smile as well.
Graham. Nice turn. Fraser. Still Fraser. And it's going to be a free kick, I believe. Is there?
Oh, and a card as well.
Gavin Burton goes into the referee's book. Was there some tugging taking place over on that far side as Fraser made the run?
Well, luckily for Gavin Burton, it's outside the box.
Oh, it was a clip.
Yes. And, well, I guess you would say that he did it in the right place.
Burton goes into the referee's book. Free kick to Jamaica College. Zibides is going across to Graham. Surely he's not going straight to goal. The wall being set up by Kingston College in the hope that they can deny this man. Zibides, will he go for goal? In the 90th minute. Anticlimactic.
Very average from Tariq Zibides. Needed more finesse than power. Tuned down the power a little bit more finesse. Unfortunate, but it's been a tiring experience, so can't blame him.
We're hearing that 3 minutes will be added for stoppages.
And then penalties. No extra time.
It was always going to be close.
Yeah. Did say that I wasn't surprised if it came down to a penalty shootout. So
Barclay does well. Robbing Zibides, trying to play it inside but couldn't get by Davidson. He was in the right place at the right time. Watson was right behind him, looking for the tap in.
2019 Manning Cup semi-finals, it went to penalties. '19 Champions Cup semi-finals, it went to penalties.
Lewis Watson with the throw. Can they get something in stoppage time? Headed away again by Davidson. He's had a good game as well. Watson again. Oh, he has 4 for company. Tucks it inside. And another corner kick to Kingston College. How did he manage to get away? Lewis Watson on that occasion.
A minute and a half left. As we said, last 2 encounters, 2 penalty shootouts. JC has won 1. KC, the other.
Roger Nelson is on, replacing Jaheim Johnson. This is all for penalties, folks. Ian Mitchell is coming off.
I don't believe in this though, Daniel.
Demario Campbell.
I must say, I think it has failed more times than it has worked.
So Mario Campbell is on.
Bringing on a player just to kick penalties.
Well, this is a warm-up. Long throw inside the box. The keeper has a hand on it. That's Denzel Smith. And then the clearance made.
Really a good talent that Lewis Watson has in terms of his throwing ability.
Roger Nelson providing cover.
I think that will be that.
Still 30 seconds to go, Chris Taylor. Oh, he took that down really well. That's Romario Campbell who's just come on, and there's another corner kick to be had.
And another change. both coaches come from the same fraternity, eh? Half of you. So they have similar mindsets. Thompson is going to come on. All about penalties.
Ryan Thompson coming on for Dante Wines.
Last time we saw a few changes down the road before a set piece, you know what happened.
Well, corner kick to Kingston College. Can they make this count? That's not a bad delivery. Still inside the box. Now it's hacked out of the area, and that is that for the 90 minutes in this 2021-22 Manning Cup final. And we are going to penalty kicks.
Yeah, so evenly matched. Such a good contest. Everyone tired, everyone drained, and most cramping muscles. Will that take its effect in the penalty shootout as well?
Well, the keepers will now be center stage. That's Denzel Smith. Before you saw David Martin of Kingston College. And they have the experience of the penalty shootout, both goalkeepers. Denzel Smith, of course, was representing Wolmer's at the time.
Yes. Penalty shootout against St. Andrew Technical. And JC against KC. In the other semi-final it was at the time.
Time for the highlights in this one.
It was 1-1 after 45 minutes. It's 1-1 after 90 minutes. Both teams trading jabs. Jamaica College coming forward initially. Then Christopher Pearson finally getting on the ball. Jaheim Johnson was good, especially in the first half. Provided this half chance for Jamon Barkley, who was a bit inaccurate with the shot. Good power, but over the bar. And then Tariq Zimini is overlapping and striking one straight to goalkeeper Martin. Then this moment by Casey. Great strength by the 16-year-old Johnson, and a clinical finish by Pearson for his 9th of the season. Johnson working hard on the flank. That might have been a foul on Blake as well, but it wasn't called. But lovely ball into the box. And the finish by Pearson. There it was, just extending the arm a little bit, but a brilliant cross. And an even better finish by Pearson. Good technician, good dance as well. 1-0 KC after 29. Barkley, a great chance to add a second, and didn't keep his composure, went for power. And then this was Duncan McKenzie showing him how it's done with the left foot. Finesse, precision to the far post. Martin, no chance. 1-1 after 43. Then back and forth opportunities, lots of long balls being employed. Christopher Pearson known to bend them from a distance into the far corner. This one was too central and easy for Denzel Smith. And then Mitu working his way into the box. A chance for Merritt, no. Blocked by the substitute Barrett. Excellent defensive play and recovery. And that's all she wrote for 90 minutes. 1-1. And we go to the spot. Match statistics, even though the match isn't finished yet, but 2 shots on target from 8 attempts for JC, 3 on target from 9 for KC. Big battle in the middle of the park, some 23 fouls, 2 yellow cards shown, both to Kingston College, 3 offsides, where we know Pennycook was a guilty party on this occasion for JC with all 3, 2 corners each, and some 3 saves between the 2 keepers. Slight edge in possession for Jamaica College, but all square after 90 minutes. It's going to be from 12 yards out to decide the winner of Manning Cup 2021-22.
Final team meeting before they face inevitability. In Jamaica, it is said, what is to is must is. And we're moments away from finding out who will be the champions this season. Nothing they can do about it now, except hope. And quite possibly a prayer in there. There is some nervousness behind that smile. Looking for a second straight Manning Cup title as coach. There's David Martin, who's seen this all before, the 18-year-old. His opposite number, Denzel Smith, 19 years of age, in his final year, looking to make a real impact for Jamaica College. That's why he came here. He wanted to win this title. You can say it's literally in his hands.
It will be in his hands if he can get a palm on any of these shots.
That's the thing.
So it's going to be JC to kick first, is it?
Nope.
No.
Kingston College, and the captain will lead by example. At least that's the hope. The number 10 for Kingston College, Jamon Barkley. When they won the Manning Cup in 2018, the last time they won it, he was in the stands. But now he's center stage here. Barkley against Smith. Barkley scores. Tells Smith to keep on chirping. Sent him the wrong way. Advantage Kingston College. Romain Blake steps up for Jamaica College. David Martin making sure that he's on the line. Blake against Martin. Oh, that's a good penalty. Gorgeous kick. Oh, so confident, this player. Romain Blake, 1-1 in the penalty shootout.
Mr. Composure, Romain Blake. Great to see, guessed the right way, too far in the corner. Really good technician, Romain Blake. He's been impressive all season.
May have been a little off the line as well, Martin. Has to be careful.
Second penalty shootout for Jamaica College this season. Did lose one in the Champions Cup.
Carrick Stewart had a big game in this final. He really did. He has to put it right. Stewart against Smith. Stewart wins. Again, Smith went the right way. And Stewart did enough to earn a salute.
Brilliant in his role, Carrick Stewart. Very focused. And that was a clinical penalty to the far post. Smith guessed the right way. I must say, Smith doesn't save many penalties. He didn't save any in their first penalty shootout of the season. To give him credit, he did guess the right way. Good spring. But couldn't get a palm on it. And there's a salute. Look at that focus.
Michael Graham. He missed from 12 yards the last time they were in a shootout. Michael Graham. He scores on this occasion. Confidence back. And he gets a yellow card. because of the reaction.
Doesn't like the celebration, Danian Parchment, and rightfully so. Graham doesn't speak much, but certainly had a lot to say there.
And it wasn't the best penalty in the world, to be fair.
Well, the keeper committed early,
Yeah,
so he just went down the centre. There was no need for him to do anything extra. And was it actually, it might look like a 10 yards off the line, David Martin. He needs to be careful.
He just wanted to be on target this time around.
Yeah.
Michael Graham, after missing totally last time out. This is Chris Pearson now. All kicks have been scored. You'd think that Chris Pearson is the odds-on favorite to score here from 12 yards. I was wondering if he wasn't going to use a run-up. He scored already in this final. Now from the penalty spot, Chris Pearson. Save! Pearson denied by Denzel Smith. Well, this is a shocker. Again, moved the right way, did Denzel Smith. And Pearson, would you believe it, denied.
Too much down the centre from Pearson. Didn't like his preparation for the kick either. Changed positions way too much. Wasn't confident, sold where he was going. Good save, Denzel Smith.
Jamaica College to score now to get the advantage.
So the other goal scorer.
Yep, it's Duncan McKenzie, the JC skipper. McKenzie, oh, he buries it, and he is pumped. Jamaica College with the advantage in the shootout.
Missed a penalty earlier this season, Duncan McKenzie, not in shootouts. That was a top penalty into the roof of the net. And no matter how well Martin dived, he was never going to save that.
3-2, the advantage. JC over KC.
And this is one of the substitutes brought on to kick a penalty. Campbell.
Yep, Romario Campbell. It's necessary for him to score. It's also necessary for him to score now. And Denzel Smith is ready. Campbell, easy does it. That's why he was brought on. He had no doubt.
Good penalty by Campbell. Composed. Had Denzel Smith gone the right way though, he probably would have saved it. It wasn't in the corner by any means. He didn't necessarily wait for Campbell, for Smith to sell himself either. But it's in the back of the net nevertheless. He's done his job. Can Giovanni Mitu, can Martin find a save to keep Casey in this?
But he has to. Mitu spots this one. He wants to maintain the advantage. Is he confident enough to convert? That's why he came all the way from the west to Jamaica College to be involved in this. And he blasts it high. Pressure. Absolute pressure on Giovanni Mitu. You could have seen it in his eyes. And we are back level in this shootout.
Has a bit of a smirk, Giovanni Mitu, and that missed plenty. Went for power down the middle, no composure, and wow. Yeah, pressure of the penalty shootout, never easy. All in the mind. And trust me, it plays many games when you're kicking from 12 yards. Lewis Watson to the spot.
Watson. Again Smith. Watson. Oh, scores. He scores. And he's like, what's all the fuss about?
Well, if there was anything called a googly in football, that was it. That was a total miskick. I must tell you, Donald, I'm not really a fan of many of these stances that the players have taken in their setup for the kicks. It's a lot more style than effectiveness, and well, it's worked for Watson. Horrible kick. And Zimenez, yeah, must score.
Oh yeah, he has to score to keep JC in it.
That was a matchup, Watson and Zimenez.
Zimenez scores. And then there was sudden death penalties.
Well, it couldn't be any closer. Handled the pressure well. Oh, that went just under Martin. Martin gets the right way. Oh, he should have saved that, Martin. Where was his hands? What are they doing up there?
Didn't go down in time, Martin, to make the save.
Well, Premier League experience, Tariq Zimenez will say. He's played at a high level, kept his composure well. This matchup couldn't be any closer. Sudden death, wow.
And these aren't the first choices. And it's the Mario McCarthy. McCarthy against Smith. Oh! In the back of the net. Smith got a hand on it though, but not enough to carry it over.
Good try by Denzel Smith. Good try. Good spring with a dive. Got a lot of height. Just couldn't keep it out. The pace. He was nervous, McCarthy. You could see when Denzel Smith dived the right way, he jumped after kicking it. Look at that. Just a slight hop. Yeah, it's gone in though.
In sudden death, the pressure always on the second kicker.
Fraser.
Is that Jaheim Fraser now?
Another substitute. Lots of pressure this, Donald. It's always better in this situation when you kick first, because then you you have an opportunity for your goalkeeper to save you.
Fraser looking for flat land, really. To keep JC in it. He needs to score. Jaheim Fraser, saved by David Martin. Scenes here at the National Stadium East Field. An explosion of purple pride as Kingston College, they are champions of the Manning Cup for the 16th time, and JC dethroned. Prayer goes up, surrounded by shock and wonder. In the height of the tension of the penalty shootout, David Martin comes out on top with a save at the end, with everything on the line. Again, Denzel Smith comes out on the wrong end of a penalty shootout, and Ludwig Bernard and company ecstatic, even if he's just now emotional. What a final. You could have cut the tension with a knife. Commiserations to Jamaica College, but Kingston College, led by Jamone Barkley, they are victorious in the Manning Cup for the 2021-22 season.
Excellent match. Excellent match. Nobody has anything to feel sorry about. Obviously, you never want to miss a penalty, but it's been an excellent final, well competed, just what we thought. Down to the wire, very close in terms of the talent of both teams, the depth of both teams, the versatility of both teams, the quality of both teams. A really enthralling final. And yeah, it had to come down to this. Good save by David Martin. The wobbly legs, made popular by Bruce Grobbelaar in the 80s. Liverpool stalwart. And it wasn't a good penalty by Fraser. Down the middle, pointed where he was kicking. He kind of gave it away because then he went to the opposite side. And it really wasn't a good penalty. Well, he doesn't look distraught, but I'm sure inside he's burning. And a very good final nonetheless. Congratulations to Kingston College. The final lived up to expectation. We never expected many goals, but we expected keen matchups, and we got that.
Barkley and Lynch, you see them right in the center there. They are brothers. They call themselves brothers. And Lynch having to be consoled by the Kingston College skipper. They were on different sides this evening, but I'm sure they'll have a lot to talk about after this.
As we said, a lot of these players play with each other at Harbourview. The coaching staffs of both teams are from Harbourview, and it's really good to see both teams congratulating each other, hugging and so on. There's Ludlow Bernard, won it in 2018. He's back in 2021 to do it again. Romain Blake had an excellent game, telling his team to get up, and I agree with him.
And here's Lynch. Again, he was consoled just now, but his father was a KC old boy, Douglas Lynch. Of course, he's looking down at his son, seeing that he's disappointed with the result of this one. But his father would still be proud of his number 21, who made the move from Woolmer's to be at Jamaica College, but still without that Manning Cup crown. Carrick Stewart is the MVP. He's downstairs.
Yes, I'm here with the man of the match. You must be happy to have brought home this one. Tell me about your performance, though. You had a very good one.
My performance is all about passion, dreams, hard work. That's all.
Yeah, when you came into this season, this was the ultimate goal. Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Or do you want more?
Yes, we are perfectly satisfied. We're champions. That's what we built for. Kingston College. The brave may fall, but never yield.
Yeah, so how do you plan to celebrate this one?
Celebrate this one? I'm taking the trophy with Montego Bay with me. I sacrificed my whole life going away from home to come and win a trophy. The brave may fall, but never yield. But first thing, I want to big up Manuel College for putting me out there and letting me have a dream and a passion to play football. Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations to you. You can go and celebrate with your team.
Thank you very much. Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, you too. All right. So let's have a chat now with the coach from Jamaica College, Mr. Davian Ferguson, who embraces the man of the match. Coach, unfortunately, but you brought it all the way down to penalties. Tell me about the game overall.
I think it was a good game between two very competent teams. I think tactically we got it right. I think they came and they changed some stuff. So tactically I think we got it right there. But in the end, once you go to penalty, anything is possible. And congratulations to Kingston College on winning the Manning Cup.
Yeah, I want to ask you though about the players' run-ups when they're taking penalties. Is that a cause for them to miss some of the penalties that they do?
Well, as I said, it can be either way. These are things that they practice each and every day. But sometimes the pressure gets to these youngsters. We have to remember that they're youngsters, and sometimes the pressure gets to them. And such is life. We have to say congratulations again to Kingston College. Well done, Jamaica College.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you. Yes, let's have a chat now with the coach from Kingston College. A very happy man, he seems, Mr. Ludlow Bernard. Coach, this was what you wanted. You seem to be satisfied, are you?
Yeah, defense did it for me today. I told you I was going to make them do it.
Yes, yes.
I don't think Jamaica College got a single shot on our goal, and the boys promised me that they were going to defend. I knew that once we defended properly, we were going to be hard to beat. I thought, however, this game should have been done and dusted from in the first half. We kind of got multiple opportunities, but these are youngsters, and probably they would have lost some of their composure. But I'm really glad for the boys.
Yeah, so how the celebrations go from here for this one?
Yeah, man, into the night. Right? I mean, I'm very, very elated for them. Not even so much for myself. A lot of them leaving school this year. A lot of them, this is their final year. And this is a good way to go out. But don't be fooled. There's a next set of crop there that is ready to take on the mantle come next year.
Yeah, when you took the lead, though, in the first half, did you think that it was all over from there?
I think we came with a game plan, but we had to adjust, and I think the boys adjusted. They basically nullified a lot of Jamaica College's attack. If you realize they had a lot of possession, but that's all it was. We really caught them on the counter and really should have dealt them a severe blow, but it didn't happen. It's only a pity that it had to come down to this, you know, because... But then again, my coach Stampy, he was with them all evening yesterday. The only disappointment is that young Christopher Pearson did that score, because probably that was the surest one. But this is what hard work does, and this is what hard work feel like.
Yeah, you have the Olivier Shield now to play for. You're traveling to the countryside, though.
Yeah, that's the missing feather in my cap.
Yeah, so how do you intend to bring that one into your cap?
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Garvey is a very good team, and Coach Moran is a very good coach. I'm looking forward to the matchup. You know, it will be very interesting, but this is one title that Kingston College needs. So we'll be coming for it.
Yeah, what would it mean to the school to win it?
Pardon?
What would it mean to the school if you win it?
It will mean a lot of things. This probably would have been the first time since 1986 that we would have won the Olivier Shield. This is the trophy for me personally that is missing in my cabinet, and this trophy hasn't been in the cabinet for at least 33 years. So we really want to get it back there and really represent the supremacy of schoolboy football by attaining and achieving this trophy.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you and congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Extraordinary answers given by London Bernard, and that young man in particular who was the MVP, Carrick Stewart. Hailed up Monroe College, he would have travelled with the skipper then, Christopher Pearson, from Monroe to Kingston College, and they've created a name for themselves here at North Street. What a fantastic story for this young man, the MVP of the Manning Cup final, and I'm sure he'll especially share it with one Christopher Pearson as well.
Let's have a look at the full match highlights yet again. And as we said, trading punches early. JC coming forward, then it was KC. Jaheim Johnson providing for his captain Barkley. Good power behind it, but not the accuracy, slightly over the bar. Also close for Barkley during the course of the 90 minutes. That was Tariq Zimini cutting in with the left foot and letting fly. And then the moment where KC would go ahead. Good strength by Jaheim Johnson, the 16-year-old, finding Christopher Pearson for his 9th of the season. Clinical finish it was for him, and strength by Johnson to get that ball into the box all along the turf. And it didn't need a touch, apart from putting it into the back of the net for Pearson. Into the far corner, Denzel Smith, no chance. A bit of a dance to go with it. With his friend Barkley. Barkley would get another opportunity. The KC captain should have gone for the far corner, went for the near one and only found the side netting. And then the equalizer. Free kick just outside the box, 20 yards out. Duncan McKenzie, it's your territory. Left-footed precision between the defence lines of Kingston College, and his 6th of the season. 1-1 after 43. KC would continue to string things together. Not much joy. Christopher Pearson known to bend them in the back of the net from 20 yards out. Not on this occasion. And then JC substitute Giovanni Mitu cutting into the box nicely, providing for Merrick. And he was well closed down by the other substitute, Barrett. Good defensive work by both teams. It would stay 1-1 after 90 minutes. And then we would go to the penalty shootout. Barkley with the first for KC. Blake with the first for JC. Good technician, a smile to go with it, Mr. Compose. And then a surprise miss. Christopher Pearson, the goal scorer, unable to find the back of the net. He missed in 2019, he missed in 2021, 22 as well. Duncan McKenzie, emphatic finish. And then Giovanni Mitu, the man from Frome, to Jamaica College, way over the bar. Lewis Watson with the googly. Miss kick. Wasn't happy. I'm sure he was happy that it found the back of the net. And that from McCarthy as well. And then Fraser, pointing to where he was going to kick, decided to go the opposite way. Didn't find any of the corners. Found goalkeeper Martin. And KC lift their 16th title. 16th Manning Cup title. And there's a trophy that will soon be theirs yet again. Or should I say, in hand.
Today's Manning Cup final will receive from Carla Hollingsworth of sponsors Digicel, the match officials.
As we said, it was an excellent day as well. We just saw Danian Parchment, really good officiating by the four. Crystal here from Trinidad and Tobago, she was the fourth official. There's Danian Parchment, FIFA central referee.
I think he's probably the best in the country, Danian Parchment, as he and his team gets tokens.
The first presentation to the match officials of handing this evening's
Danian Parchment, Nicholas Anderson, Ricardo McKenzie, and as we mentioned before, Crystal Sobers, who was the fourth official. Really good job by the four officials.
Now the presentation.
All top quality officials, and they showed it. I guess the 26-0 was still in reckoning.
The less said about that, the better, Chris.
Presentation now for the best defensive team in the competition. To make the presentation from the user, Oliver. Presentation for the best defensive team. The best defensive team in the Manning Cup, Kingston College.
The champions are the best defensive team in the competition.
And yet they send one of their best attackers to collect the trophy. Ronaldo Berger
is getting the plaudits and the pictures.
I don't know how many goals he denied, but yeah.
He was at the front of the line, Chris. Yes. And KC also one of the most disciplined team in the tournament. David Martin runs up to collect the award. It's all smiles on the mask, of course. All smiles.
Presentation. The MVP of this evening's encounter, Carisha Ferguson, will make the fresh marketing presentation, while Carla Hollingsworth will make the main presentation from Digicel. The MVP of today's game from Kingston College, Carrick Stewart.
Yep, outstanding performance by the holding midfielder. And we heard his passionate interview based on where he's from, coming from Monroe College to win the title here for Kingston College, the Manning Cup. And now the MVP of the final.
Alicia Ferguson making the final presentation to Carrick Stewart, the MVP of today's game. The next presentation is to the MVP of the Manning Cup competition. It's going to be Carla Hollingsworth and Alicia Ferguson once again. The MVP of the Manning Cup, Christopher Pearson, Kingston College.
Christopher Pearson has been absolutely outstanding. Forget about the penalty that he missed in the shootout. He was on target in the final. Even when he missed the penalty, he told his teammates, all right, it's fine, we're still in this, calm down.
Poor decision.
But he wins the MVP of the tournament. 9 goals and an assist to his name.
Golden Boot Award. Presentation, the Golden Boot Award. Andre Ropa, brand manager of KFC, will make the presentation. Joint winners from St. Andrew Technical, Omar Lane, and from Kingston College, Christopher Pearson.
Omar Lane with the Golden Boot Award, along with Christopher Pearson. Pearson, of course, catching up with him today with his 9th this season. Stats will be coming back stronger next season, I'm sure. A young squad, eager to improve.
Catch up with him with 8 goals today. Len scored more than that. The second round, he scored the same amount.
Just to confirm that the Golden Boot is given to the winner, or given to those who have scored the most goals from the second round of the competition. And both tied. Now the leading goal scorer overall in the Manning Cup competition will go to Leng.
Leading goal scorer from St. Andrew Technical High School, Omar Leng.
Yep. Omar Leng will be getting another award.
So Elon Parkinson makes the presentation, to be followed by that of Alicia Ferguson.
So some more plaudits for the young striker, Omar Leng.
And the presentation now to the runner-up team.
Now Jamaica College will be collecting their medals for being runners-up of the 2021-2022 Manning Cup season.
Bags will also be presented by her. And SportsMax Public Relations Communications Manager Elon Parkinson will present some gift bags. The runner-up team, Jamaica College.
They'll be back next season, some of them. Of course, disappointment for this squad. They had the initial advantage in the penalty shootout, and they lost the opportunity. And of course, it went to the dreaded penalty shootout and sudden death. It's not easy for many of these players to accept defeat, but it's all part of the game.
Thank you, Ms. Ward and Mr. Parkinson.
But it's all part of the rivalry, and it's all a part of the competition.
Presented by Tamara Ward. Well, we go to the champion team presentation. Champion team. That was the runner-up team. The individual mini trophies were presented by Marketing Executive of Digicel, Elon Parkinson.
And it's now time to see the champions make their way on stage. A championship season to remember.
Elon Parkinson will make the presentation to the champion team from 2A North Street, Kingston College.
Kingston College were a perfect 5 from 5 in the opening round, scoring 19 goals and conceded only once. They were also perfect in the quarterfinal round. In their 3 matches, they scored 8, didn't concede once. They did look a little vulnerable before beating St. Andrew Technical 4-2 in the semis. But they have been perfect this season.
So ironic, in 2018 when they lifted the title as well the last time Kingston College, the man of the match was a man by the name of Nathan Thomas, who played the exact same role as him. Used to call him Kante in 2018. Nathan Thomas wore the number 4 for KC. He was the man of the match in that final as well. Great game for Carrick Stewart.
We also have a presentation to the winning coach, Ludlow Bernard, and the winning manager, Donovan Germain. Elon Parkinson will make a presentation. Donovan Germain, the manager of the Kingston College team, and with him the coach of the Kingston College team, Ludlow Bernard.
So the manager and coach being recognized.
Presenting from
for
Digicel,
leading
Elon Parkinson.
This school. He says he wants the Olivia Shield, and he'll face Garvey Maceo, the Da Costa Cup champions, next Saturday at St. Elizabeth Technical for it. Now that's a symbol of schoolboy football supremacy in Jamaica.
Of music fame, now of football fame, Donovan Germain.
Donovan Germain, of course, manager of this Kingston College team. Making sure that the boys are all right. And this evening, the boys are all right. And now it's time for the moment that they have been waiting for.
Can't also forget the assistant coach in Raymond Watson. Integral part of the team as well.
By the way, Stampy is his name, based on the interview that you would have heard from Ludlow Bernard. So, same person.
Same person.
Raymond Watson.
Father of Lewis Watson.
Right.
Who you would have seen on field.
The check, of course, given to Kingston College, $250,000. Of course, the check is given to the school, because this is not a professional competition, so the boys won't see a cent. Possibly in kind, but not in cash.
Manning Cup. Carla Hollingsworth, executive of Digicel, along with Keith Wellington, president of the Intersecondary School Sports Association, to the Manning Cup champions.
Barclays front and center for Kingston College, who are your Manning Cup champions for the 2021-2022 season. A celebration which will go long into the night, even if it's just in their hearts because of the restrictions these days. But they will remember this moment. They will remember this time. And it is something that they will keep oh so close to them. Richards is saving it. It's his last season, the number 3 for KC. As if he wants the trophy to look a little bit more cool. The shades on it. That's why they play the game. So they can run away with the trophy. And Kingston College, the winners. Of course, the final match of the season is on Saturday, the Olivia Shield. It's going to be on SportsMax 2 as well as on the app SportsMax Plus. Kingston College against Garvey Maceo. That matchup beginning at 3 p.m., 4 p.m. ECT. You do not want to miss that one.